Let's have a grown-up conversation today, shall we? Because in a world where hookup culture is louder than ever, where swipes and situationships have replaced depth and devotion, there's one question that still lingers in the hearts of so many women. How do I know if it's real? Not just the relationship, not just the words, but the intimacy, the moments behind closed doors, when it's just you and him, skin to skin, no masks, no distractions. Is it love or just lust in disguise? Here's the truth. Physical chemistry is easy. You can find that with someone you've only known for 48 hours. You can feel fire and passion and still not have an ounce of emotional security, because anyone can desire your body, but not everyone can cherish it. And that's the difference. When a man is genuinely in love with you, something changes in how he makes love to you. His actions shift from being about pleasure to being about presence. He's not just touching your body, he's honoring your heart. He's not just in the room, he's fully, deeply with you. That's when intimacy becomes sacred. And when you start to notice these quiet, beautiful signals, signs that he's not just there for what you can give him, but for what he feels with you. The woman, not just the experience. Today, I want to give you clarity, because there are 5 things, subtle, powerful, emotionally charged things that men only do in bed when their love is the real deal. And once you know them, you won't just feel desired. You'll feel deeply, undeniably loved. Let's dive in. When a man truly loves you, something shifts in the way he approaches intimacy. It's no longer about the physicality alone. It's no longer about chasing a high or proving something. It becomes about connection, presence, emotion. That's why one of the first and most powerful signs of genuine love in the bedroom is this: he slows down, way down. See, most people rush through intimacy because they're chasing a feeling. They want release. They want validation. They want that peak moment that gives them a temporary sense of power or worth. And let's be honest, there's a lot of performance happening in the bedroom. People do what they think they're supposed to do, moving quickly, hitting the usual beats, following the same script. Fast can be exciting, sure. Fast doesn't always mean connected. It often leaves little room for emotional depth. But when a man is in love, when his feelings are real, everything in his energy slows. He doesn't just want your body. He wants to be with you. He wants to feel you. He wants to explore the subtle, quiet moments, the in-between breaths, the warmth of your skin under his fingertips. He's not rushing to the finish line. He's savoring the entire journey. And that slowness isn't just a physical pace. It's a mindset. He's not distracted. He's not trying to impress. He's fully present. His attention is not on himself. It's on you, how your body moves, how your breath shifts, the small expressions on your face that tell him how you're feeling. It's in these moments that you'll notice he's tuned into your experience more than his own, because his goal isn't just to feel good. It's to make you feel deeply seen, safe, and desired. That's what love does. It makes a man care about the little things. When a man slows down during lovemaking, he's telling you without words that he cherishes this moment with you, that he's not trying to get anywhere. He's already where he wants to be with you. There's no hurry to move on, no urgency to reach a climax just for the sake of it. He wants to stay in the moment because that moment right there with you is the most beautiful part. It's in the slowness that real intimacy begins to bloom. It's in the eye contact that lingers, the kisses that soften, the way he pauses just to hold you. It's in the way he breathes you in, like he's memorizing the moment, like he knows that this is more than physical, that it's something he doesn't want to forget. When a man slows down, it shows emotional maturity. It shows that he's secure enough to be vulnerable, that he's not afraid of depth, that he wants more than a physical connection. He wants emotional closeness too. And here's something important. Slowing down takes trust. It means he feels emotionally safe with you. Because when a man doesn't trust you or doesn't care to build something real, he keeps things surface level, quick, detached. But when he loves you, he lets the walls down. He allows himself to be soft, gentle, tender. And in that softness, he's saying, this isn't just sex, this is something meaningful. And I want to be fully present for it. So if you ever find yourself with a man who moves slowly, not because he's unsure, but because he's emotionally invested, pay attention. That's not just a man making love to your body. That's a man loving you through every touch, every pause, every breath. That kind of presence, that kind of slowness, it's not only rare, it's sacred. And when it's real, you'll feel it in your soul. Let's talk about something that's so simple, yet so revealing. Eye contact. You see, eye contact is one of the most vulnerable things two people can share. Think about it. When we feel nervous, we break eye contact. When we're hiding something, we look away. When we're just physically there but not emotionally connected, we avoid the eyes completely. Because to look into someone's eyes during something as raw and revealing as sex is to be completely exposed. And a lot of people aren't ready for that. But a man in love, he wants it. When he looks into your eyes and stays there, it's not about control or dominance. It's about depth. He's grounding himself in you, in your emotion, in your presence. And it's his way of saying, I'm not just here for this moment. I'm here for you. It's no longer just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, soul level connection. And it's not always in the heat of the moment either. Sometimes it's during the quieter parts, the stillness between the movement, the moments when the world seems to pause. He finds your eyes and you just know. There's no performance, no act, just truth. You can feel when that eye contact carries love. It's steady, not just intense. It's soft, not demanding. It's warm, not cold. He's not just watching your body react. He's searching for your feelings, your emotion, your heart. He wants to make sure you're with him just as he's with you. And here's something a lot of people overlook. A man who makes eye contact during intimacy is a man who's emotionally open, because men who struggle to connect, who are afraid of intimacy or afraid of being truly seen, will almost always avoid eye contact in bed. They'll kiss you with their eyes closed. They'll bury their face into your neck. They'll stay in the physical because the emotional is too confronting. But when a man looks into your eyes, really looks, and holds your gaze while you're that close, naked in more than just body, it means he's not afraid of what he'll find there. It's a rare kind of presence. He's not lost in fantasy. He's not disconnected. He's not thinking about anything else. He's not hiding. He's there fully, deeply, willingly. It's as if in that moment, nothing else exists but you and him. And in that shared gaze, there's so much being said, even in silence. There's I love you, there's I respect you, there's you're safe with me, and maybe most of all, there's I'm here. That kind of eye contact leaves you feeling held, not just touched. It gives you a sense of closeness that goes far beyond skin to skin, because when a man makes love with his eyes wide open and locked onto yours, it's not just about what he's doing, it's about how deeply he feels it. And once you've experienced that kind of intimacy, everything else feels like noise. Let's talk about what happens after the intimacy. Because while a lot of people focus on the act itself, how passionate it was, how connected it felt, there's something just as revealing in the quiet that follows. In fact, one of the most telling signs that a man is making love from a place of genuine emotion and not just physical desire is what he does afterward. See, for many men, the end of sex signals a shift. The mission feels complete, the high has passed, and instinctively the body wants rest. He might roll over, close his eyes, and drift off, almost like his emotional switch turned off the second the physical experience ended. But when a man is in love with you, really in love, that switch doesn't flip. Because for him, the intimacy doesn't stop at climax. If anything, it's just begun. And this is why men who are emotionally invested want to stay in that afterglow. They want to talk, to connect, to extend that closeness, not end it. It's not about deep conversations every single time. Sometimes it's playful. Sometimes it's silly. Sometimes it's just holding you and whispering something low in your ear, something only meant for that moment. But the message is always the same. I want to stay here with you a little longer. When a man talks to you after lovemaking, he's not just filling silence. He's telling you, you're not just a moment, you're meaningful. He wants to know how you feel, not just physically, but emotionally. Did you feel close? Did you feel loved? Did you feel safe? He might not ask it in those exact words, but you'll hear it in the softness of his voice, in the way he pulls you closer, in the way he gently runs his hand down your back while talking about nothing and everything all at once. And if something's bothering you, he's not brushing it off or getting defensive. He listens, he adjusts, he reassures you. Because when love is genuine, the aftercare matters just as much as the act itself. Compare that to a man who's emotionally unavailable or only interested in the physical. Once the moment ends, so does his emotional availability. He becomes distant, quiet, maybe even cold. And you feel that shift immediately, like the connection was temporary, and now you're back to being two strangers in a room. That's not love. That's chemistry without commitment. But when love is real, the connection lingers. He's not trying to disappear into sleep or his phone or the next distraction. He wants to be there with you, beside you, in that vulnerability. That's where emotional intimacy flourishes. That's where bonds deepen. And ladies, let me tell you this, those little conversations in the dark, the ones you might think are insignificant, those are where trust is built, where love breathes, where two people start to feel not just connected, but seen. So don't underestimate the power of what comes after. When a man wants to linger in that emotional space with you, not out of obligation, but out of love, that's not just romantic. That's rare. And it's real. He asks what you like and actually cares about the answer. There's a moment in every intimate relationship where you find out what a man is really about, not just who he is in bed, but who he is as a partner. And it often comes down to this deceptively simple question. Does he ask what you like? And more importantly, does he actually care? See, a man who's only in it for himself might ask just enough questions to make it seem like he's being thoughtful. He might throw out a casual, you like that, while never adjusting anything he's doing. He's not really looking to learn. He's just looking for validation that he's doing it right. But a man who truly loves you, he approaches intimacy like it's a shared journey, not a solo performance. He wants to explore your body, yes, but even more than that, he wants to understand your mind, your rhythm, your preferences. He wants to know what makes you feel safe, confident, turned on, and deeply connected. And when he asks you what you like, he listens, not to impress you, not to check a box, but because knowing you in that way brings him closer to you emotionally. That kind of curiosity is a form of devotion. When a man loves you, he's not trying to get it over with or repeat what worked for someone else. You are not a template, you're a universe. And he wants to know what opens you up, what brings you joy, what makes you feel not just wanted, but worshipped. He's not asking because he's unsure of himself. He's asking because he values your pleasure and sees it as essential, not optional.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the difference between asking and caring. Caring means he remembers the little things, the way your breath quickens when he touches you in a certain way, the things you told him you liked 3 nights ago that he's already putting into action. Caring means he checks in with you, not out of insecurity, but out of respect. It means he doesn't assume he knows your body better than you do. It means he's open to learning you over and over again. It's not about technique. It's not about how experienced he is. It's about intention. A man in love wants your feedback, not because he's insecure, but because your experience matters to him. He wants to co-create the experience with you. He's not taking control from you. He's sharing it with you. And that's why when he asks what you like, there's no pressure to be perfect, no fear of judgment. You can be honest, you can be open. And in return, you get a partner who's willing to meet you there in your truth. And that kind of man, He doesn't just give you pleasure, he gives you permission to feel seen, to be heard, and to be deeply, unapologetically yourself. So when a man asks what you like and actually cares about the answer, when he listens, adjusts, remembers, and responds, you're not just experiencing physical chemistry, you're experiencing emotional commitment. And that, my friend, is what turns intimacy into love. There's something uniquely powerful about the way a man touches you when he's in love. Not just during intimacy, but in the moments that follow. It's not flashy, it's not performative, it's not about seduction, it's about something far quieter, something sacred. Because when a man's love is real, his arms become more than just arms, they become a message. Let's talk about the way he holds you after the moment ends. When the lights are low, the adrenaline has faded, and the room is filled with nothing but the sound of two people breathing. That's where truth lives. That's where you can feel the depth of what's unspoken. And in that space, the way he wraps around you, the way he pulls you close, softly strokes your hair, or simply holds your hand against his chest, it's not just comfort, it's communication. He may not say much, he might not need to, because in that embrace, you can hear everything. You can hear you're safe. You can hear I don't want to let go. You can feel I'm still here with you, not just physically, but emotionally. That's how you know. A man who's only there for the physical will often detach the moment it's over. He'll roll over, he'll check out, maybe even disappear entirely, emotionally or literally. Because for him, the connection had a time limit. The holding, the nurturing, the softness, that was never part of the plan. But a man who loves you doesn't treat your body like a destination. He treats it like a home he never wants to leave. And he holds you like he means it. Sometimes he'll pull you in without saying a word, burying his face in your neck like he's grounding himself, like he needs your skin, your heartbeat, your scent to anchor him in the present. Sometimes it's the kind of hold that says, this moment means something to me. And other times, it's the kind that says, I want to protect you from the world. Either way, it's real, it's tender, and it's loaded with meaning. Here's the truth most people miss. Holding is a form of intimacy. It requires presence. It requires emotional availability. It requires a willingness to be still with someone and feel with them. And that kind of stillness is rare. Most people move on too quickly. We're trained to chase the next thing, to scroll, to distract, to move. But when a man stays right there and wraps you up like he's guarding something precious, that's his way of saying you matter. Not just when things are exciting or passionate, but in the stillness, in the softness, in the silence. You may even feel his breath slow down. You might notice that he doesn't rush to clean up, to get dressed, to break the connection. He's content just being there, body to body, heart to heart. And the way he holds you isn't transactional, it's expressive. It says what maybe he doesn't yet have the words to say, or maybe he does have the words, but he knows that sometimes the most powerful messages are the ones spoken through touch. So if you've ever wondered whether a man's love is real, don't just look at what he says when the lights are on. Look at how he holds you when everything goes quiet. That's where his truth lives. When he holds you like you're the most important thing he's ever touched, without expectation, without obligation, just with love. You're not in the arms of someone who wants you. So here's the truth, ladies. When a man's love is genuine, it shows up not just in the big declarations, but in the quiet moments, in how he touches you, how he looks at you, how he stays with you. Real love doesn't rush. It doesn't perform. It doesn't disappear when the lights go out. It lingers. It listens. It loves you in ways that don't always need words, because the actions speak louder than anything he could ever say. And I want you to remember something important. You deserve that kind of love. The kind that holds you like a treasure, not a trophy. The kind that checks in with you, not just checks you out. The kind that stays close after the heat and values your pleasure as much as his own. That kind of connection, It's not rare because it doesn't exist. It's rare because too many people settle before they ever find it. Don't settle for someone who shows up when it's convenient. Wait for the man who shows up with his heart. Now, if this message spoke to you, even just a little, here's what I want you to do. Like this video if it reminded you of what real love should feel like. Subscribe for more content that reminds you of your worth, your power, and how to attract the kind of relationship you truly deserve. And in the comments, tell me, what's one small way a man has made you feel genuinely loved? Your story might inspire someone else to raise their standards too. Because remember, you're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. And the right one? He won't just make love to your body, he'll honor your heart.